Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something I think is incredibly important: the quiet strength that reading gives to shy young people. Do you ever feel nervous speaking up in class? Maybe you hesitate to join in on group activities, or you have amazing ideas but just prefer to keep them to yourself. If that sounds like you or someone you know, you're definitely not alone. Research shows that a huge number of young people, between 30 and 40%, identify as shy, especially during their school years. Now, let's be clear. Shyness is not a weakness. It's just a different way of being. But sometimes it can feel like a quiet barrier, making it harder to share your thoughts, build confidence, or fully participate in school. This is where reading comes in. It's one of the most powerful tools for building inner strength, especially for shy learners. Think about it. Unlike activities that demand you to perform or respond on the spot, reading is a gentle, personal journey. There's no pressure to speak in front of others. It doesn't judge you for making a mistake. It simply invites you into a safe space filled with imagination, knowledge, and discovery. More importantly, reading helps you find the words you might struggle to say out loud. A child who is afraid to speak can find comfort and inspiration in the voices of characters and storytellers. Through books, they learn how thoughts become words, and how those words can carry emotion, creativity, and even courage. Why? Because reading builds your vocabulary, strengthens your understanding, and expands your thinking all silently, privately, and at your own pace. One of the biggest gifts reading gives is confidence, and this isn't just a feeling. It's backed by research. Young people who read often are better at explaining ideas, understanding instructions, and organizing their thoughts. For shy learners, this is gold. Confidence doesn't just magically appear one day. It grows slowly, with gentle, repeated exposure to meaningful language. It's natural to start identifying with these characters, especially the ones who are also quiet, thoughtful, or a bit misunderstood. Literature becomes both a mirror that reflects their own feelings and a window that shows them a world of new possibilities. Research in youth literacy has found some amazing things. Reading actually helps reduce social anxiety because it improves your emotional understanding and empathy. It also builds up your inner language, that voice inside your head, which makes it easier to express yourself clearly when you do decide to speak. Reading fiction, in particular, is great for emotional regulation, teaching you how to handle stress and overwhelming feelings. And here's a big one. Extensive reading often leads to more classroom participation because readers simply feel more informed and prepared. Remember, confidence doesn't have to start with a big public speech. It often begins in that small, private moment when you read a sentence, understand it deeply, and feel that quiet spark of pride. Every paragraph you read becomes another step into a more confident future. Let's talk about school. Reading is the foundation of all learning. It's not just for English class. Even technology relies on strong reading skills. Educational research is clear. Students who read a lot tend to score higher in every single subject. For a shy learner, academic success that comes from reading can be a huge breakthrough. But when a student who rarely speaks up starts acing tests or handing in brilliant assignments, teachers and classmates begin to see them in a new light. But more importantly, that student starts to see themselves differently. Here are some key benefits. Reading improves your concentration and memory, which is essential for long study sessions. It expands your academic vocabulary, giving you the specific words you need for challenging subjects. The habits you build through reading focus, persistence, curiosity, and reflection become strengths you carry for the rest of your life. Many successful adults who were shy as kids often say that reading was their escape, their teacher, and their greatest source of personal growth. The same is true for young learners today. Every book you open is building a stronger, smarter version of yourself. Shyness can sometimes make you feel a little disconnected from the world. You might avoid conversations, hesitate to share your experiences, or find it tough to make new friends. Reading is an amazing way to bridge that gap. It gives you shared knowledge, relatable stories, and fantastic conversation starters that make social interactions feel much easier and more natural. Research in child communication shows that readers have stronger empathy, that is the ability to understand and feel what other people are feeling. This emotional intelligence makes it so much easier for shy students to connect with their classmates and build friendships in a gentle, low-pressure way. Through reading, you can learn about cultures, traditions, and lifestyles completely different from your own. You can experience incredible adventures, face thrilling challenges, and feel deep emotions, all from the safety of a book. You develop a deeper understanding of why people think, act, and communicate the way they do. Plus, you'll discover new interests, maybe history, or science, or travel, or fantasy, that you can then share with others who have the same passion. When a shy young person reads widely, they carry a whole library of ideas inside them. Suddenly, conversations aren't so scary because they have stories to tell, facts to share, and interesting questions to ask. Even if they speak softly or only once in a while, the quality of their ideas will shine through. Reading doesn't change who you are at your core. It simply helps you become more connected, more curious, and more confident in the world around you. So, how can we encourage the shy young people in our lives to read more? Based on tons of research, it's clear that reading is one of the most powerful gifts we can offer. It nurtures their minds, strengthens their voices, and gives them a path to success that respects their unique personality. First, provide books that match their interests, whether it's adventure, animals, mysteries, science, comics, or short stories. It captures their imagination. It's valuable. Second, create quiet, comfortable spaces for reading. Shy learners thrive in peaceful environments where they feel safe, relaxed, and focused. Third, celebrate the small wins. Finishing a chapter, learning a new word, or sharing a story with a friend. These are all victories worth recognizing. Fourth, encourage reading in all its forms. Printed books, e-books, audiobooks, magazines, they all support growth. Fifth, try reading together or just alongside them. Family reading time creates a sense of encouragement without adding any pressure. And finally, model reading as a lifelong habit. Young people learn by watching the adults around them. When they see you reading and enjoying it, they're more likely to follow. Let's wrap this up with a final thought. Shyness isn't a weakness to be fixed. It's simply a quiet style of being in the world. But every shy young person deserves the chance to grow, to express themselves, and to discover all the richness that life has to offer. Reading is what opens that door. It gives them language for their thoughts. It gives them courage for their ideas. It gives them knowledge for their dreams. And most importantly, it gives them a voice that might be soft but is strong, quiet but powerful, and gentle but full of meaning. So let's encourage the young learners in our lives to read as much as possible. Every page they turn is a step toward confidence, learning, and a brighter future. See you next time.